Hello, welcome to Do It Yourself with Wayne. Today we're going to show you how to harvest your garlic. If you don't know when to harvest it, we're going to answer that question. If you don't know how, if you don't know how to dry it, if you don't know how to store it, we're going to answer those questions for you today. So let's get started. You know your garlic is ready to harvest when you start seeing a lot of brown, particularly the fronds down near the ground. The bottom 3 or 4 are just completely dry. If you can see this one, it's just dried up. That's how you can tell they're ready to be harvested. All right, so I'm gonna get my fork and I'm gonna start digging these out. Now when it's time to harvest your garlic, it's best if the ground is somewhat dry. Unfortunately, my irrigation ran this morning, so you're gonna see some wet spots, but it's not too bad. But you don't want to just grab your garlic and pull. Now you can do that, but you're likely to hurt the bulbs, or at least some of them. Best thing to use is a trowel, or you can use a garden fork, something like this. But do something to loosen up the soil around the bulb before you pull it up. Like I do this, and this, and then there's my garlic bulb. Now that's a nice one. Now I got to tell you, I made a mistake this year, and I planted my garlic too late. If I had planted early like I should have, they would be bigger than this. So our harvest is going to be a little bit smaller this year, but that's my fault. I'll do better next year. But anyway, that's not a bad sized garlic right there. That's pretty good. Now there's our garlic. We got a few that's good size like this one. Most of them are smaller, as you can see. As I said earlier, that's my fault. I was too late planting them this year, but they still did well. This particular raised bed is 4 feet by 8 feet. So that's how big of an area I got all this garlic from. So now let's move on to show you how we dry them and get them ready for storage. Now we're under our shelter where our onions are drying on these 2 racks behind me. We got a video where we showing harvesting and drying and storing our onions. I put a link to that in the description, but for now, I'm gonna take the onions that are here and add them over here because they're about dry and that'll be okay. And then we're gonna put our garlic on this rack to dry. Now I've got my garlic over here and I got half of them going with the tops going that way and half going this way. I'll spread them out like that so that the tops don't keep the bulbs from drying. If I put them all going this way, the bulbs that are over here, the tops come this way, it'll not let the bulbs on this side dry as easily. So they're going to be laid like this but spread out more. So let's do that. So there you have it. Our garlic is laid out on our drying rack to dry. I'll let them lay here for at least a couple of weeks to dry. And then we'll be back to show you how we braid them together to store in the house. Now here I am with our garlic. It's dried. I may have left it a little too long, but that'll be okay. But everything's dried out. As you can see, the tops are good and brown. Like I said, I may have left them a little too long, but that'll be okay. But I'm gonna show you now how I twist the tops together and get them ready to be stored inside the house. Now in starting to braid your garlic, I always start with a couple of the larger ones, and you'll need to cut the roots off. You can use an old pair of scissors, you can use pruning shears like this, just whatever you got that works good for you. I think I'll use this pair of scissors here. But just take and cut the roots off real short, like so. Just come as short as you can. And then take a brush, and you don't need one this big, just something that just kind of get the excess dirt off of them. Just clean them up a little bit. That one will be fine. I'll get a couple more here. Let me get these right quick. Just knock most of the dirt off. You don't want to take that extra paper that's around them off. Just the dirt. Just a soft bristle brush. You don't want something real stiff. And then just take your 3 and just braid them like you would braid somebody's hair. Just get it started like that. And try to hang them so that they hang at different heights. Now I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to get me a couple more. I'm going to clean them up a little bit. Cut the roots off. Okay, now I've got these three started. So I'm just going to put another one in there, another one in there, another one here, and just start braiding all that. And it's not so critical that you get them exactly right. You just got to braid them so they don't come apart, that's all. Just something like that. And you want them to hang, like I said, at different heights. That gives them plenty of air so they won't dry out and rot on you. So I'm going to keep doing this until I get a bunch of these, and then I'll show you how I hang them up in the house to store them for winter. Now this is what I tend to end up with after I've braided my garlic. Like I said, it's nothing pretty. At the top I took a couple of the ends and just tied them in a little bit of a knot, don't take much. And then I'll hang that in my back closet just like that. So let's go hang this one up and I'll show you how we finish it. At this point I'm in my closet, and this closet, I don't use it much, so there's not a lot in here. There's some junk you may see. But it's on the north side of my house, and with the air conditioner running, it tends to be a little cooler in here there really than the rest of the house because it does get some air conditioning, but it doesn't get the sunlight and the direct heat because like I said, it is the north side. So I just hang them up here. I think this year I've got a bunch of old binder clips from an office I had, and I think those will work just fine like that. And I just hang my garlic there like that and let them dry, and then I'll have more across here. In the past I have taken, just tie a piece of string around here, tied a string to the clothes rack in my closet, but just anything to hang them up. And you don't have to hang them in the closet, you just need to hang them somewhere that it'll be dark and as cool as you can get it. I mean, it doesn't have to be real cold, but you want as cool an environment as you can get and in the dark. So basically that's it for the way I harvest and clean and store my garlic. I'd really appreciate it if you click like on this video. It really helps us grow to bring you more videos. And if you'd subscribe to our channel, that helps us as well. And if you have friends that you think would enjoy this or could benefit from this information, please share it with them. That also helps us grow our channel, which helps us to bring you more videos like this. So at this point, I'd just like to say thank you for visiting Do It Yourself with Wayne, and we wish you a great gardening season.